What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Cyrus Obsidian here at Obsidian Games, here to bring you some more Yu-Gi-Oh content. So let us swing on in. So for today's locals, we're taking a spin of what we did last time. We're taking in 4 different options tonight to see what we can actually finish before our locals. We do have 2 decks that are finished, so if we aren't able to finish one of the other 2, we have some options to play with. Our first option is going to be Supreme King's Yark. We're going to see a rebuild of that where we've taken it, we've refined it with the ban list in mind, and we're going to see how well we can play with this new build. Second one is Shaddoll Tear. We did play this way early in my channel when I first debuted, and honestly this is more of just a fun deck. It isn't as consistent, not as viable either, but it's just a fun challenge to see how well we can push through it. Our third option is Melodious Diva, another fan favorite of mine. I just love the deck completely. It's really great at resource grinding, playing hand traps, and just keeping up. And our fourth option, and probably the option that I want to play the most, is Vanquish Soul with a twist. And we'll keep that twist until we get to locals to see how well we can actually play with it and then debut it. But this is going to be a different take on Vanquish Soul, and this is going to be a higher card count than what I'm used to. So we'll see what happens with that. For now though, let's head over to locals to see if we can finish any of these builds and then test it out at locals. What is going on, you guys? So here we are at Duke City Games, just finishing round 2 here. There's still some time, it's like 15 minutes left in time. So round 1 to begin off with, we play against Snake Eyes. At least we thought at the beginning. So game 1, he opens up first, sets his board. We're able to crack it with a Mimigal Vanquish Soul combo that we pulled off. We're able to take game 1. Game 2, he tells me to go first. I try to set up a board, it's not as great. We're able to persevere, kind of. He breaks my board, takes game 2. Then we go game 3. Game 3, I opt to go first. We establish our board, we give him some Mimigals. He goes ahead and flips Mimigal, gives me one. And we got like a couple seconds left in time. So I got Heavy Border. We bounce back one of our Vanquish Soul cards, some Border to burn for 15, and we take it in time. So that's what happens. Round 2 though, we play against Snake Eye again. Or so like, let's rewind, because I said Snake Eye and I thought it was. Apparently it was Snake Eye Vsauce lore. So this man had the Vanadium Engine, Tear, and Scareclaw like all packaged into it, making it a 60 card Snake Eye with that engine. Really crazy in game 2 because man, when I had like stopped all the Snake Eye stuff, you just went into Vsauce lore. I was like, okay. Round 2, we play against Snake Eye, pure this time. We open up, we get Nibiru. I got greedy. Game 2, we go first. And it wasn't the best. I had Druis Worm, Xiaolong, Pantera, Stake, and Dust Devil, or Snow Devil, Trap, that lets you burn. And we go Stake, reveal the Xiaolong, he ashes it, reset, pass. It was the worst hand ever, sucked. So we ended up losing game 2. It is what it is. We didn't open up the best hand. I thought my siding options were pretty great, but we just didn't see any of my engine for either really to really just persevere. So we ended up taking an L there. So we're 1-1 right now, and we'll see what happens. Round 3, we play against Blue Eyes. So we primarily opened up Mimigal Engine both games. We were able to just take it on control with Mimigal, so that was good. Yeah, that's not really much to report on that round 3. Mimigal's doing pretty good though, not gonna lie. And it's a small locals, which is also nice, pretty quiet, and it's gonna end soon, so I don't have to stay here all night. Okay, don't get me wrong, like I love the game, but sometimes I don't want to be here all night. So just thought I'd throw that out there because I do love playing the game. Round 4, we play against the Floodgate deck. Game 1, he goes, or I go first game 1. I try to establish my board, and we do an okay job at it. We get ashed, and that kind of just like stopped us a bit on the prosperity.
And then we were able to give him 2 Mimighols, but we weren't able to actually flip them, which was unfortunate because just popped my entire board before I even had the chance. So game 2, we go first again. This time we set up with the Vanquisher engine, and we're able to control on the Vanquisher side, burn, do some damage there, and we take game 2. Game 3, we bricked hard. He set up Jowgen, Fenrir, and passed, and I just could not crack that at all. So we take a fat L, and we also put, like, we bricked super hard, right? We drew into all of the 1-ups that we had. So not much I can do there. So we end up 2-2 tonight. Let me show you the profile that we are rocking with. I highly doubt we're topping anyways, so let's just head back to the lab, and then I'll show you the profile that we played for today.
All right, you guys, let me show you the deck profile that we rocked with at our locals. So this is a 45 card build, and I normally never play 45 cards because I like to keep it to 40 for better consistency, but I think this worked out pretty great actually playing at 45. So to start off with the Vanquisher engine, we play 2 Caesar Valius, 2 Borger, 2 Zhao Long, 3 Razin, 2 Madlove, 1 Pantera, you know, pretty standard Vanquisher. And then we play 3 Stake, 1 Continue, and 1 Snow Devil. So that's our Vanquisher line. You know, it's very, very standard to any Vanquisher deck. I know in the past I've played 3 Borger, 2 Borger, 3 Borger, 2 Borger. I'm definitely keeping it at 2. We did see it enough, and we were able to get into it enough, so we were okay there. For some reason, Pantera was just glued to my hand along with Continue and Snow Devil. Crazy that I see all the 1-ups, right? Next, for the Mimighol engine, we are playing 3 copies of Mimighol Master, played 2 copies of Dragon, 2 Archfiend, and then 2 Cerberus. So most of the times I was keeping to special summoning these 3 to my opponent's field, and then just playing Master Control with the Vanquisher engine. These Dragon does give you resource along with Cerberus, right? Okay, maybe it's just the Dragon that gives you like a resource. Oh, Archfiend does too. Let you change the face down on the field to face of attack or defense. I mean, forces the effects, right, to be flipped up. Dragon is the one that gets you into any of your Mimighol spell or traps when it's normal summoned. So, you know, you get access to either your dungeon, which we played 3 of, your maker, which we played 3 of, or your room, which we also played 3 of. Dungeon is a 1 card go. Makers with Master in hand is a 1 card go. So I mean, honestly, it was really great when we were able to utilize like Maker to go full Mimighol and then play into the Vanquisher engine, because then we can normal summon Razin and just go from there. But the one case where that did happen and we got Nibiru, you know, that was really unfortunate. So we played into that. So that's the Mimighol line. For the last bit, we play support. So we did play 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Phantasme, 3 copies of Prosperity, and 1 Rhoda. I did see Phantasme a lot, which was really nice. In the matches where Phantasme didn't matter, I did sided it out. I always kept Ash in, same thing with Rhoda and Pot of Prosperity. My siding was a little whack, so we'll get to that. Let's see the extra deck first. So we never really used the extra deck outside of Rock of the Vanquisher, but we did play 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Baguska, and 1 Typhon, just for the occasions we need it. We did play 3 Rock of the Vanquisher, which we definitely utilized. We played 1 IP, 1 Moon of the Closed Heaven, which was an interesting tech, never came up. We played 1 SP, 1 Dark, 1 Hida, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, 1 Axis Code, and then 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. So most of this extra deck was really just fodder for Prosperity. Rock of the Vanquisher was really the only thing that we ever did make, so we really didn't use our extra deck. So it can very well change to however you need it, because mine is SP, which, you know, in a month might be cheaper. deck's pretty relatively cheap, not gonna lie. And then our side deck. So our side deck is where things get a little weird. We are playing 2 copies of Pressured Planet Ratesoth with 3 copies of Kashtira Fenrir and 1 Kashtira Riseheart. So we did play a supplemental Kashtira engine, like any Vanquish Soul deck does. What we did was we pulled out 1 each of the flip effects. We kept 3 Master. This might have been a dumb move to do, but we did take out Dungeon most of the times just so we can keep Maker. And then we put Room down to 1 because we weren't utilizing it at its fullest capacity. But that was to side in a little bit more, which we did also play 3 copies of DD Crow, and this is what typically went in place of Phantasme. We did also play 3 copies of Bystial Druid's Room with 1 Bystial Magnamut. The Druid's Room came up once, but it was there for like Yubel, but it doesn't really matter against the Yubel matchup. For the Despia matchup, it's okay. But I never played against Despia, and I never had the opportunity to use the Bystial, so I mean, this can easily be floated out for something else, like Tactics or something. We did play 1 copy of Duster, and then 1 copy of There Can Be Only One, just because the one-ofs would be really great to see. Maybe in a month when Triple Tactics Thrust comes out, maybe we'll replace the Bystial Druid's Room with Thrust and talents just to make some of these one-ofs a little bit more lively. But yeah, so that's the deck profile that we played with for tonight. Honestly, it was super fun playing it. I definitely think it needs to be workshopped just a little bit more, as the deck does have just like some issues with consistency, and that's probably just because it's 45 cards, but maybe also just because it is 2 different engines that are compiled into one. Because the main goal was to play Xiaolong Master Control. Xiaolong being able to reveal fire and flip, Master also being able to do the same. But the deck was just super fun to play, and I truly enjoyed it, and I think it's definitely one that I'll be here to stay. But let me know what you guys think, as that's it for this Local Diaries. As we plan and workshop more builds, if we did pick up another deck. This is just the year of playing some rogue stuff for me, so we're excited to see where that one goes. But like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. Honestly, I think this is, again, just a really fun deck to play. Pick up the Mimigol engine while it's cheap, because Konami did it once. Did it good once for their lifetime, giving us an actual TCG exclusive that is pretty good, and for the foreseeable future might have some good viable competitive ability. But we'll see where that goes, and we'll just catch you in the next one.